Kofi, and the rest of some other young guys here. We all got history in Ghana. I used to live in Awutu, I think 5 or 6 minutes away from the camp. That's where I used to live. But again, all of a sudden, due to situations, we moved back on the camp. I used to live right here, right down here, and selling water from the polytank here. And anybody who not still in Ghana know what polytanks, buying water, from the polytank here, So we used to be right down here selling water. Again, after the war and everything, there was elections in Liberia. Through the effort of His Excellency, we managed to move back to Liberia. 2004, went to Liberia and started school. We went to school and graduated. We started going to college. We went to college. We obtained our first degree. And today we are here. We are here. We believe in an ideology. And that ideology was to make Joshua president for Liberia. We stood the test of time. We resisted the temptations. We were very supportive in what we believe in making sure that Joshua was elected as the president of Liberia. He contested elections 2005. We all know the story. We went back to prepare ourselves. He went as a vice running mate to Councillor Winston Tubman. We all know the story. But we did not renege, or we were never reluctant because we lost 2 elections. We decided to remain courageous and believe in what we believe in. And today, through everybody's support, one way or the other, today Joshua is the president of Liberia. Fast forward, we practically going into 3 years of his administration. And from all indications, we know that there are challenges. Because when President Weah took over Liberia, it was not like we were walking on Go and Damo in Liberia. All of what's happening in Liberia, or what is happening in Liberia today, there are age-old problems. There were problems. Some of you came here before the war. Some of you now spent 30 years here. Some of you spent 25 years, 20 years. Some of the things you experienced in Liberia before departing Liberia to Ghana were situations that existed in our country. When President Weah was elected as the president, he said, under my administration as the president of the Republic of Liberia, we will do things to mitigate some of these problems that our country is being faced with. He took oath. He said he will empower Liberians. He will empower Liberians by giving Liberians the opportunity to explore all of the avenues. Through business, through going to school, through infrastructure development, and what you may call it. And today, as we go into 3 years, there are situations that are happening in our country today that are unprecedented. Today, when you leave from here, when you left from Liberia 10 years ago, or when you left from Liberia, the 5 years ago, when you go back, you will see a massive infrastructure development that is unfolding. I used to live in Ghana here, right? I used to live in Ghana here. You see that road that is going? This road that is going. It was dusty. I mean, very dusty. Yeah, it was very dusty. But today you see on the road there's traffic. because there is more infrastructure development. Today you see the road paved. Some of these roads you see here, they are all paved today. That is the development we're talking about. When President Weah took over, we all know our situation with road conditions in Liberia. The roads are deplorable. We got 2 seasons in Liberia. The rain season and the dry season. When the rain season reaches, you can move from one place to another because the roads are absolutely cut off. During the campaign when Joshua was going all around, he said, when I'm elected president, some of my priority that I will concentrate on under the CDC administration is road infrastructure development. And today, by the grace of God, what this government has managed or is managing in terms of our road pavement is unprecedented in our country history.
All right.
Under 3 years, imagine, under 3 years, the CDC and the Joshua administration has paved roads than any other government in the history of our country.
All right.
Under 3 years, some of you here, y'all went to the University of Liberia, right? Some people went to the University of Liberia. Or if you did not go to the University of Liberia, you were in Liberia, you understood what it took to enter the University of Liberia. People used to go to the University of Liberia 3 a.m. in the morning. They will go put black there as a means of identifying somebody on the land to register. When Joshua came, the first 1 week in Joshua administration, students at the University of Liberia were protesting. They said they wanted the university to extend the school or the registration period. So when the president was in his office, he instructed me to go down and call the leadership of the students that were protesting. I went there, I called them. They interacted with the president. So why are you protesting? So they explained some of the situation that students never have money, they want to go hustle, some parents were struggling, and so they didn't get money to send their children to school. So the university said they open the school at this time. So the president said, that the reason you're protesting for? He said, yes. He said, that the reason? He said, yes. I said, okay, y'all go. I will call the school administrator. And right the following day, the president called the administrator of the school. And there was this big announcement, very big announcement that was made. Today on the University of Liberia, you do not need to have a far cent, a dime to go to the University of Liberia.
All right.
It is the first time. It is the first time in the history of our country where any government comes, even though with the budgetary constraint that we are faced with, the government, the president said, nobody absolutely, you will pay fast into the University of Liberia, free of charge. Today, you don't need to go on the campus, you need to go sit on the land for registration. You can stay right to your house in your bedroom and take your food and register when you pass the entrance of the University of Liberia. It's digitalized.
Oh my God. We are working.
Those things are happening today under George Weah administration.
The native man.
Under George Weah administration, he said, our lady Sastan, in 1976, the president already narrated his story. He said, I used to live in Saston. When I was living in Saston, I used to sleep on a hot mud house. While they used to close the door with lapis. In the night, you and the animal then living together. You come outside, sometimes you come outside, you see something like this. Then you say, that tag on that in the town. He said, when I'm elected president, I will change the dynamics. And I will change our people living condition. Today, in counties, the president, even though with the budgetary constraint, the president is building low income or low housing units in all of the counties. It is the first time in our country history. You know, anytime I'm talking, when I hear the battle cry, they put me in zero. Yeah, because the battle cry is the definition of the success of this government. Today, in all of the counties, the president is building home for people. Quite recently, we were in Nima County and Bon County. Recently, that's 1 month ago, just before the elections, we were in Nima and Bon County. The president went there. He did groundbreaking for each of the county, 100 housing units for each county. We were also in Nima County. We all know the road condition in those places, right? The president also did a groundbreaking for a road from Ganta to Saklepi. Wow. Today, some of you that left from Liberia 5 years ago, few years, when you go back to Liberia, when you land at the RRA, the Rabos International Airport, you will see a different road that will be leading from RRA to Aide Junction. And the road you will be seeing will be a paved road, 4 lane, will carry on it from RRA straight to Aide Junction. I still live in Viton. Before the elections, I used to live Viton. I still live Viton in my community. From Viton to Doe community, they're not far, a walking distance. Before Joshua administration came into being, parents, old people, some people broke their legs on motorbike in transporting the children from Doe community to schools. When the president came, he said, how in Moserado County our people can be living in such deplorable conditions? When we visited Doe community, the president gave them. I can recall I was part of the process in Doe community. When the community raised money, imagine the community put money together through the lawmaker. Raise their money. Up the time the United Party government left power, that road was even becoming worse and government said worse. When Joshua came, he said, why people should raise money? He said the government responsibility.